Hey kids, Comic Book Man here to remind you that the Alternate Reality Spotlight Sale begins on February the 15th and it runs through the 20th. It'll be a whole week of savings here at the store. And what's the spotlight on this month? Women creators. That's right. All of my trade paperbacks featuring female creators are going to be buy two, get a third one free. Now, which women creators are we talking about? Fine folks like Jill Thompson, Devin Grayson, Gail Simone, Elaine Lee, Catherine Immerman, and many, many others. They'll all be here at the store, and for that whole week, you buy any two, you get a third one free. That's only here at Alternate Reality, so stop on down.
Welcome to the Video Outhouse. Take a seat.
Well, you want to know how things went in my job today? You couldn't possibly care less, could you?
Media News, Episode 51, Superstitious Wind Carnival for Dingbats.
Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my Video Outhouse. It's time once again for Media News. And joining me in the outhouse for Media News is the Media Man himself, Dean Richards.
Hey, wow. Mel Gibson don't like me. Have you seen that video yet? Go ahead to the search field and do Dean Richards, Mel Gibson, and see what comes up.
Especially at the end of the interview.
It's spectacular.
I was talking about my publicist.
JR here
Yes.
has brought a passel of franchise news with him.
Man.
And the first story we got concerns Dracula, Universal's Dracula, and they're doing Dracula Year Zero. What is Year Zero? Is this like
Zero.
Birth of Christ or something?
No, it's being directed by Alex Proyas, who gave
Yeah.
us Dark City, amongst other
Okay.
films.
I like Dark City.
Yeah, it's an interesting film. German neo-Gothic,
Right.
whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Sam Worthington, hot from his Avatar starring role,
Right.
is the front runner to play.
Is he blue?
No, and
Is he
won't-
9 feet tall?
He won't have big eyes either.
Okay.
But the rub here is this is going to be a different telling of it. It's going to be a melding of history and the Bram Stoker version, in that Worthington would play Vlad the Impaler, who is leading the charge against the Ottomans to stop the
Right.
conquering of Europe and all that.
And then a bat bites him, he becomes a vampire.
No, and in a moment of desperation when things are not looking so good, he ascends a mountain where there are dark magical powers afoot and makes a promise to some mythical being to win the war.
Satan!
And could be, and the promise, and they keep the promise, but the rub is that he turns into a creature of the night.
That sounds like Satan.
Yeah,
That sounds like a Satan deal.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds
so
like
it's
a
going to
Satan
be history, and it's going to be BS.
Did they sort of do this already in the Coppola
Yeah, the
one? I
Coppola
mean,
one
the
had
Coppola one, they sure were trying to draw the historical and the fictional.
But the Coppola one had Keanu Reeves. This one won't have any Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that's a damn shame.
It's the same thing Bill O'Reilly made.
That's a damn shame.
It's sad.
Okay. So anything else with this?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Teen Wolf, another one
Oh.
of my favorite franchise.
yes.
My favorite franchise, and it is a franchise. 2 movies, and I think a cartoon. I think a Saturday morning
Yeah,
cartoon.
And I think maybe even a direct-to-video something around.
Yeah,
there.
so I mean, if you've cranked out 2 films and you've also cranked out a cartoon series, you're a franchise.
That's a franchise.
Might not be a good one, but you're a franchise. So what's going on with Teen Wolf? Please tell me.
It's coming back in a way. The original came out in 1985, which is already 25 years ago.
Michael J. Fox is getting ready to.
Michael J. Fox is getting ready to do much. What's happening is, and of all places for this to become a TV series, kids, MTV
Oh,
is
why
doing
not?
Teen Wolf.
Why not?
The pilot is going to be starting up anytime, and the funniest thing about this,
Yes.
it's going to have a slightly more dramatic turn, according to MTV. Not so much of the comedy, more of the drama. As dramatic as a high school kid who turns into a wolf and plays basketball.
Is
while
this
he's a
gonna
wolf.
be? Is this gonna be Teen Wolf by way of the Vampire Diaries at CW or Twilight, where we're in high school forever?
This sounds to me like one of those shows that in 6 months will be nothing but a poor memory, a sad, empty memory.
My God, they're trashing the Teen Wolf
But
franchise.
The pilot is being directed by Russell Mulcahy. This was a guy who directed the first Highlander film back in the.
Oh Jesus!
Yes,
you're
exactly.
kidding.
How the Mighty Have Fallen.
My God.
He actually also directed The Shadow with Alec Baldwin, if you remember that as well.
Oh yeah, that's
Russell
right.
Mulcahy. Yes, sir.
right.
And one of those
Okay.
lousy Resident Evil movies too. He did.
Oh, those lousy Resident
Oh, they're
Evil.
all lousy. All of them.
Another wonderful franchise is La Femme Nikita. Now, La Femme Nikita was the original movie. It was also remade with Bridget Fonda.
Yes.
It was, of course, the TV series.
Yes.
On
USA.
USA, which everyone's familiar with, and it's coming back yet again.
Again. This will be another TV series for the CW.
Speaking of which, we were just talking about that.
Yes.
And she's going to be 16 and in high school, and she's got to go out and kill people on the weekend for the government.
Well, supposedly the turn is
That's Malibu High.
the turn is on this one. Instead of just being a young, pretty hired assassin, she's going to be a rogue, and then her organization has to hunt her down. So it's like the tables have turned. Yeah, who cares? Another fine CW series.
Okay,
which,
here's what I want to know. Is she going to be hot?
Oh, pff, no.
Is she gonna?
She's gonna be ugly.
Is she gonna? Well, no. Here's your requirements for La Femme Nikita. Will she be hot?
Yes.
Will
check.
Will she be bitchy?
Check.
Will she have a gun?
Check.
We're done.
If she's on the
All done.
she's on the CW, she'll be hard to find.
Yeah.
And will she be? She'll be on the CW. So will she be hard to find? Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
And will she appeal to the 18 to 35-year-old demographic? Who knows?
What are you doing up there, Bobby? I'm watching La Femme Nikita, ma.
So yeah, look for that to be off in 6 months.
Torchwood. Torchwood is coming to the United States. No, not the BBC Torchwood.
No.
Not the BBC Torchwood. We're getting our own
We're
Torchwood.
getting our own Torchwood. This is a strange little story, and for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure a lot of you do know because you're in the realm of science fiction and all that, Torchwood is a spin-off from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Torchwood is a series that has found its own footing. It's a very successful show in the UK. It's about a group. It's sort of an X-Files-esque type of thing. They investigate paranormal activities.
Right.
Series has been on for 3 seasons in the UK, going on a 4th supposedly.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
The producer of that show, and also the producer who brought back Doctor Who 5 years ago,
Yeah.
has since emigrated to America this year. And Torchwood, Fox has said, hey, we like this Torchwood thing. Let's have our own version of Torchwood.
We like Doctor Who too. Can we have our own Doctor Who?
So,
Also?
well, I'm getting there.
Oh, wait a minute. We screwed that up already once.
I'm getting there. Hey, hold on to your
We
hat.
killed. We're the guys that killed Sylvester McCoy.
Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Because Torchwood, and it's supposedly this version of Torchwood will actually have 1 or 2 cast members show up
Yeah.
as sort of a crossover-y type of thing from the British version.
Now is.
But we'll have nothing to do with Doctor Who. There will be no references to that series.
Okay, well, is this Torchwood? Is this going to be like the American branch of Torchwood? And this is actually
I'm
a
guessing.
direct descendant of
I'm
that, or
guessing.
are they just showing up as guest stars?
I think they're showing up as guest stars, but I don't think there's going to be much in the way of any sort of talk about the original version. Now, concurrently to that, Fox has also looked at Doctor Who and said, you know, see if you could come up with an American version of this too, which is really problematic as far as I'm concerned. Really problematic. I don't know how you're going to make that fly in an American. There's something essentially British about that show.
Well,
that,
yeah, there is.
that you cannot bend and ply away into an American aesthetic.
Well, Torchwood is a concept that you can do an American version of, but Doctor Who isn't.
No, and Torchwood doesn't have 50 years of this sort of insect continuity and
Doesn't
knowledge.
matter. Fox will do it. It'll be off the air in 6 months. It doesn't
And
matter.
it'll star an
Faulty
18-year-old.
Towers.
Yeah, it'll star an 18-year-old.
Oh yes, and if you remember Faulty Towers, Tim, with B. Arthur back in the day. Remember
That wasn't Fox. That wasn't
episode,
Fox.
but it was
That was
miserable.
CBS, I
But
believe.
it was American television.
Okay.
Anywho's.
Last story we got
Yeah.
is Gunsmoke. We've talked about Gunsmoke before. Gunsmoke is coming back to a theater near you.
Yes.
It's being
With
penned by who?
Gregory Poirier.
And what has he done?
National Treasure Book of Secrets.
Well, this movie's going to suck.
And I guess they're going to bring that sort of aesthetic to Gunsmoke as
Yeah.
well. But the lead,
Sucky aesthetic.
But the lead contender for the role of Matt Dillon is Brad Pitt, and Brad is supposedly very interested. If they could come to terms monetarily, we'll see. If they can't, they
Yeah.
want Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern. Lantern.
Wait a minute. If we can't get Brad Pitt, our fallback is Ryan Reynolds?
Well, he's kind of hot.
There's
right
nobody in between?
now. No. Who?
Well, Brad, not that I care all that much about Brad Pitt, but isn't he near the top of the food chain as far as actors go in Hollywood? And isn't Ryan Reynolds like not anywhere near the top of the food chain?
With Brad Pitt, he's a little on the short side. Isn't Matt Dillon supposed to be sort of tall? And, yeah, I know. We'll put him
James
on a
Arness.
box.
Yeah,
okay.
Put him on a box and you have Festus in a ditch and it'll all work
That'll be an
out.
action
was
figure.
Alan Ladd.
They'll have an action figure, Brad Pitt on a box.
Okay,
We're done.
That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more franchise
We got
news
nothing
for
else to
this
say.
time. But you can read more franchise news that Bo gives me to post up at the store's website. And where's that at?
Hey, Sarah.
Stop off at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
So, stop off at the store's website and check out all the franchise media news and the comic book media news and all the rest of the media news.
And reviews.
And reviews, too. JR's Reviews. JR's Reviews.
Crazy Heart.
So, until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And JR.
saying bye. Hey kids, it's me, your TV pal Comic Book Man, to remind you that the February Hero of the Month here at Alternate Reality is none other than the Todd McFarlane immortal creation, Spawn! That's right, Spawn. All of our Spawn trade paperbacks at Alternate Reality are 25% off all month long. Now this isn't the junky stuff, this isn't the overstock, this isn't the stuff I can't get rid of. It's every single Spawn trade paperback in the house. We got Spawn, we got Violator, we got Hellspawn, we got Medieval Spawn, we got Sam and Twitch, everyone from the Spawn universe. And it's all 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.